Good afternoon, everyone. It's time for us to do another video in our series on how can I build my own log home. You know, we've covered topics in the past, such as can I legally build my own home, and do I have the knowledge to build my own log home? Do I have the skills to build my own log home? How do I finance my own log home? Different topics like that. But the topic today that I wanted to discuss, and this will be part number 7, and it won't be a topic about how do I. It's just more of a topic of what you might expect, at least from my own personal experiences. Yours may be different when you build your log home. But since if you're going to be your own general contractor, that means that you're going to have to deal likely with contractors unless you're going to do it all yourself. And that's probably not feasible, but depending on the size of your home, you may be able to do it all by yourself. I know we did a mighty lot in the first one ourselves, and I didn't really have to deal with any but one or two contractors, and that was from some of the jobs that I just didn't feel like I had the skills to be able to do, such as hanging the doors and building the staircase and all that type of thing. But in here, we're having to deal with some contractors, and as a general contractor and trying to subcontract, it doesn't always work out like you expect. Now, if you're going to do a turnkey job, your general contractor is going to be the one that's going to have to deal with the subcontractors, and so all you're going to have to do is just worry about why is it taking so long? Because he's waiting on subcontractors, because that's what I'm doing. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, show you what some of the things we did this week. You see, the house is designed with 3 rows of logs all the way down both sides of this center section to support all the weight. And over there, 3 rows, 3 courses of logs to support all that weight of that wall and the ceiling weight down on that side. So it gives the sufficient support across from front to back. So with some log siding left over, and take my word for it, that stuff's not cheap. I'll tell you about that in a little bit too. With some siding left over that the contractors didn't want to use, we decided to put it up in this little area here so that it matches or complements the 3 rows of logs that's running down the side of the room there. So you see it's got 3 courses of logs and 3 courses of siding all the way around this little area outside the guest bathroom. I got to put up one more board there. I got tired last night and I just quit. But anyhow, that's one thing we did this week. Another thing we worked on this week was we finished the caulking in this room, which is what we call bedroom number 2, or really it's going to be Glenda's craft room. So we finished the caulking on that exterior wall there, and the only caulking that's really left in the house of any major importance is this front wall and this end wall to this little office area here. And she's already done probably 50% of it, so I'll just have to go back and get that area that's up top there. It was a little higher than she could reach. But I can't do it until I get this lumber out of the way, and that is pending on a contractor. So you know, all this fits in together. You know, this whole topic about contractors is one and the same. Show you what else we did. One thing we worked on. Her and I got out there outside the shop area, and we planed down some cedar that's going to be used for this particular cedar is going to be put in the master closet. The master closet will be completely covered, wallboard will be cedar. This is just one wall. It's about 18 boards. Need to do, gotta do a few more. Anyway, I ordered me a dryer box. That came in late yesterday afternoon. If you're not familiar with that, that's it laying there. That's a dryer box. See if I can pick that thing up, carry it over here. Where your dryer is going to be, you put that in the wall like such, like that, and bore a hole through the floor. And then when you push your dryer back up, the center of the dryer would be here, and the vent hose goes up and around and goes down through the pipe. That gives you lets you push that dryer back that extra 4 inches without crimping the exhaust pipe. Crimping the exhaust pipe on the dryer is not a good idea. It restricts the airflow. It causes it to build up dust, and all that affects your efficiency on your dryer. So got me a dryer box, and we'll be putting that back in the laundry room sometime. But anyway, moving right on along, let's get back to our topic. Dealing with contractors, what can I expect? Well, you better expect them, first of all, not to return your call. That's the first thing you better get on your mind and start with. You know, I'm waiting on one right now. Called him last week. Left him a message, told him who I was, what I was interested in him doing, and if he would, get back with me and let me know, and let's talk about the job. Crickets. That's all I hear. Don't hear no phone call. Don't get no text. Thank you for your contact. Yeah, I'll be with you. I don't have time for you. Nothing. So, you know, expect that. You'll have to shoulder tap them several times. This high dollar log siding laying here on the floor, which you can see if you follow these videos, it's been laying here for over 4 weeks. And you can tell them top boards are starting to twist. And when they twist like that, they're harder to work with. The contractor don't want to put them up. But I'm telling you, that stuff is $45 per board. And so I need to get that stuff up on the walls and get it secured down with nails before it twists into an airplane propeller and I can't use it. But I'm waiting on my contractors. Been waiting 4 weeks. I'll be there next weekend. I'll be there next weekend. I'll be there next weekend. And still this lumber lays on the floor. So get in mind, if you're going to deal with contractors, that's the way it works. You do good if you get a response. I've texted mine on numerous times, never respond. During the putting up these logs, building this house, I would reach out to him, text him, never hear nothing. Never get anything back. Text him again. Never get anything back. I needed a contractor one time. He said he was coming. Well, he didn't show up. About a month later, I got in touch with him. He said, yeah, I know. He said, I'm behind. I'll be there on such and such a date. Didn't show up. Wife called him. Yes, ma'am, I know. I'll be there in 2 weeks. Didn't show up. So I called him, left him a message, voicemail, typical. You're not going to talk to one. And I asked him, I said, would you please tell me the name of a contractor that you would recommend to do this job for me? Who would you recommend? Well, about 10 minutes, I got a phone call. Well, I tell you, this was Friday. I tell you, I'll be there Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Can you wait? I said, yes, I can wait. If you promise me you'll be here at 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning, okay. 8 o'clock Wednesday morning, he was here. That is really no sense in it. You know, if you tell a fellow you're going to be there, at the least a contractor can do is keep you informed. I'm sorry I can't make it. It'll be another week. But just to go by and not say anything, but you know what? You're at their mercy, unless you're going to try to get somebody else. And you can do that if you please, but I guess I don't please because I just continue to deal with the same ones. Anyhow, well, so much for that. sooner or later, this log siding will get put up on that front end wall there and this wall over here, and we'll progress on to the next step. I contacted the building supply to get a quote on some wall boards this week. Still waiting on that. He sat there and called this guy while I was in the office with him, and he said, "I'll get back with you." The guy that talked to him said, "I'll get back with you." He said, "Well, as soon as I hear something, I'll call you." I don't understand it myself. Personally, if you got somebody who won't spend money with you in thousands, I declare, I believe I would try my best to at least keep them in the loop. However, it's still it's an ongoing process, so don't get discouraged like I do sometimes. You know, I get discouraged and then I forget about it. I go into another job because I got so much to do that I don't dwell on one. If I get tired of doing one thing, if I get tired of putting up some siding back there in the little area, I'll just pick up a receptacle and a screwdriver, and I'll go over here in the wall and put a receptacle in the wall, and just get distracted and don't think about something like that. So I just pick and choose. Anyway, I hope this hadn't been too much of a negative video for you, but at the same time, you need to know what to expect, and you need to think ahead. Don't wait and say, "Well, I need a contractor now, so I'm going to out and find one." No, you better be thinking 3 months ahead, because in this last year and nearly year and a half now, we've been dealing with this. It seemed like every time you did get to talk with a contractor, it was going to be anywhere from 2 to 3 months before I can get there. And usually they're not there then. So you need to think well ahead in your planning session. So just keep that in mind. Just food for thought. If you got any questions or comments, like I say, drop them down there in the comment box. We love to hear from you. And if you're not subscribed, we'd like for you to subscribe to our little channel and ring the bell and give us a thumbs up and everything else that helps us to grow. We really appreciate those folks that have subscribed and are keeping up with us on this journey. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day, and let's talk again, okay? Next time. Bye-bye.